Hey everybody, Superfluous J here, playing more Kerbal Space Program, and we are on our way to Moho. Just to let you know, in between episodes I put a solar panel here, and I also put a solar panel back here, so that if I forget and end up leaving Moho with no solar panels, at least I have one on the return vessel. I think that's fair, and two on the lander is probably two more than we need. And I had my engine on, which is bad. I don't know how long I had my engine on. But let me check that. Let me check that maneuver node. Make sure everything looks okay. Yeah, we need to fix this maneuver node. Partially because I screwed up and held down shift for at least a little while here. I didn't want to focus view. I wanted to set this as our target. Okay, so our encounter maneuver node. Let's change this a little bit. And this a little bit, and this a little bit. Cannot believe I did that. Oh, I must have Alt-Shift tabbed or something. Surprised I don't have an encounter yet. This is going to be a very, very high energy encounter, which I do not like, but there's not much I can do about it, especially now that I've screwed up. I could aim myself retrograde and try to fix this, but I don't know how much I thrusted. So there's a thing there that's that. Okay, let's do it this way here. We want to slow down 10, 11. Now we want to speed up. Oh, we'd already got an encounter. That was easy. Okay, focus view. We've already focused view. Now we want this thing to get polar, and we want it to be over the South Pole for reasons. So, slow down, it kills it. Slow down actually takes it away, so let's speed up a little bit. And then we'll try normal south. There we go. That should be fine. We want to be over the South Pole. And you're thinking to yourself, why would you want to do that when you want to be over the North Pole? Because that's where the Mohole is. Well, there's reasons. And the reason is I've got a satellite on this ship. And I want that satellite to be a relay over the North Pole. And if we make our orbit have a low periapsis over the South Pole and a high periapsis over the North Pole, it'll spend more time in the northern half of the planet. So that's what we're going to do. Can I raise this? Yes, I can. And I think a periapsis of 58 is perfectly fine. I don't know what we have to have our periapsis and apoapsis be to have a good whatever you call it, scan of the biomes and stuff or whatever. But I do know for a fact that I want to that I want to have it as low here as possible and as high here as possible for the relay aspects of it. So we're going to do that. That's going to be a 1,311 meter per second burn. We are going to still have two side tanks left when that happens. Let's go ahead and aim at it. It's a lot easier to aim now that we don't have that big engine on the back, that's for sure. But it's still a bit lumbersome. Not a big deal. This maneuver node is in 83 days. We have literally nothing else to do. So I'm going to hit F5. I'm going to time warp to it. We're going to get more sun, science, blah, blah, blah. This is a 4-minute burn. This will tell me if the time warp thing goes a minute before. I might be thinking of Kerbal Alarm Clock's time warp. Yep, nope, it goes a minute before the actual start. So that does work, and I was being stupid and remembering wrong. Let me get this solar panel aimed. This solar panel here. This is the only one that's sideways right now. At least the only one that's easily sideways. Get this aimed in the sun. We're going to do this burn, and then that's when we're going to disconnect this satellite from the vessel. We've got 35 seconds here, so let's go ahead and get ourselves down to the correct time. There we go. And these are the fuel tanks we care about. As soon as these ones are gone, we are going to hit the space bar. I'm going to hit F5 because I don't want them to do something weird like keep burning and crash into our ship or something crazy like that. I want them to drop away perfectly in a perfect world. So, and I also don't know if this is measuring correctly when to drop. So I'm actually watching the numbers. I also am not going to time warp until we're done with this part of the burn. It'll be pretty quick. I mean, we're going down at a decent speed. As we go here, this speed of these things burning down is going to drop as we, for the next tanks, because we're going to be dropping 2/5 of our engines. So the rest of the burns actually use fuel less of a speed, giving us less thrust, but about the same delta V, give or take, per, fuel burn, whatever. Minus, obviously, the mass we're shedding now. So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and goodbye. Expensive engines tossed, and we are slowly see how much quicker or slower the fuel is burning now. This fuel isn't burning at all. The fuel in these tanks is not burning because there's no crossfeed here. So obviously I'm not going to make you sit through the next 3 minutes. I will be right back. Okay, with about 1/4 of a minute left here, I'm coming back, mostly to come into map mode to watch this, because this is the important part of it. There's our little line, and there. A little bit more. That's a little scary amount of burn. That should be fine. Okay, so we're going to toss this. Then we are going to hit F5 again. And it's time to dump the satellite, which is ridiculously large. Now, the satellite actually is in 2 parts. There's this throwaway section. I basically made myself a bicoupler. So we're going to decouple the bottom of these. And underneath this, you see that there's a mystery goo and the thing here. But now we're going to take this guy, and we're going to check out how he is. He needs to burn a little bit north. So we're going to aim him normal. His solar panel is in the sun. That's weird. We need to activate his engine. Oh, wait, we need to toss this other part now. Now that it's not aimed at the ship, we're going to toss the other part of our manually created bicoupler. And then now this guy can aim. There we go. He must have had a weird control from point or something. We are going to activate his engine, though. Somehow. There we go. Activate engine. And that should be fine. 89. Oh, wow. He's way off. That's funny. Tell you what. Let's do this the old-fashioned way in orbit. Add a maneuver. Focus view. And I think we're going to need to either speed up or radial. I don't know which one. Let's try radial. This way is wrong. So radial this way is good. And slowing down is wrong. Speeding up is good. Okay, just a little bit of radial speed up and then a little bit of south. So that should be fine. We should be able to aim at it right now. And just do it. And at least get close. That's perfectly fine. Maybe a little bit more just to get more under the South Pole. Okay, now here, this is where we either live or die, because we have 4,000 meters per second. So we got plenty. We got 300 whole meters per second before we run out. So there's a maneuver node. We're going to add this alarm. And now back to the actual ship, because he also needs to slow down. Now his slowdown spot is perfectly fine, so we're going to do this one as well. And this is in 36 days and 5 hours. This one is in 36 days, 5.5 hours. So hopefully these guys won't be right on top of each other. We'll find out in a second here, because he needs to slow down the same amount. Except for he needs to actually get into an orbit. So he's going to have a bigger burn, which is going to be all of this and about half of this. So there's that. So let's go ahead and add his maneuver node alarm and then see how far apart they are. Yeah, they're exactly the same. So we can't do that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to set up another maneuver node here. Right, let's say here, a day from now. And we're going to go, we're going to change the time we encounter Moho. We're going to focus our view. Yeah. And I think we'll also come in at the North Pole just for the fun of it. So we're going to go maneuver north like this until we get over the North Pole. Then we're going to go radial in and retrograde. No, prograde. And that puts our periapsis here. 36 days, 5 hours, and 24 minutes. It's still the same. So, okay, this isn't even a stealth edit. It was just an edit. I don't even know where I am. Like a day and a half have gone by since I was here last. Oh yeah, I'm trying to reset the Manned Moho ships periapsis, so it's significantly different than 36 days, 5 hours, and 17 minutes. Right now it's 36 days, 5 hours, and 18 minutes, which is not different enough. I'd like to be different by, let's say, maybe 10 minutes. That should be enough to get a 5-minute burn done, a 3-minute burn. Okay, so I guess I can just delete this because it doesn't matter. All we care about is this number and this number. So, and it looks like what I'm doing here is I'm making prograde negative and radial negative. So let's try to keep doing that. Prograde negative goes that way. Radial negative comes back. 21 minutes. That's 5 minutes off already, so that's not too bad. Prograde negative one more time, and then radial negative. 25. It's already there, so let's go prograde negative. 27. That should be fine. That should be perfect. And we just want it to be a little bit better. More like, so let's say that. Perfect. Okay, so we need to go to this node now. We need to aim at this node, first of all, which of course takes forever because we are not what you would call spry in the turning department. When we lose these tanks, which will happen probably, yeah, definitely in the circularization burn, you know, we'll be a little bit better off, but hey. Also, I don't think these guys are coming home now that I'm looking at this, although they need to come home for the contract, so we might be sending a return vessel, because I think this was planned to get home with the 3,000 meters per second, and most of it's going to be used to circularize at Moho, but hey, you know what? That's just how it works sometimes. Let's time warp a day. And it really shouldn't matter when we do this burn as far as the seconds are concerned, so let's just go ahead and do most of it now. Really doesn't matter what we do. Now let's set up a maneuver here to slow down. Gotta love these. Look at that. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-minute burn. Ridiculous. Burns like this is when I cancel the mission, yeah, and just start over. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that now. We don't have solar panel in the sun, but you know what? I'm going to say that's okay. We are going to add this maneuver node alarm. And we are, yep, we're a full 10 minutes after, which is perfect. So let's go ahead and let's actually do this. Let's jump to that ship. Aim at his maneuver node. There we go. His solar panel's in the sun. Let's go ahead and hit F5 because we're going to mark this occasion with a quick save. And then we are going to just warp right to this node and see what happens. Because with these long burns, you never really know what's going to happen. Here comes Moho. Yeah, we're coming in so fast, we're starting the burn 50 seconds from now, and we're this close to it. But it's what you get. And I'm going to crank up the physics warp because why not? Might as well open this. Now we're losing some to Oberth, but I don't know how much that's going to be. Because the maneuver node assumes that we're doing the entire burn right at the perfect spot, and we're obviously not doing that. So I don't know how many meters per second we're going to have when we finish this burn, but we'll find out together, and it'll be exciting and interesting and other kinds of I words, which exciting is definitely one of. Yeah, we are going to we'll have about 200 to 300 meters per second left when the time comes here. Mostly I just want to get into orbit, which is happening right now. 285 meters per second. I definitely want to leave it like this until we finish the mission. Let's go ahead and do a resource. Let's see. Perform orbital survey. It's going to say, no, we can't. We need to be between 25 and 1250. Well, our periapsis is above 25. So we need this under 1250. So if we were to come around next orbit, we have 6 minutes. So actually, let's jump to this guy now. Let's take care of this first. Actually, yeah, jump to ship. Because I just realized it's 6 minutes before the alert. But that means the alarm is in 2 minutes. Yeah, so there's that. Let's go ahead and delete this Manned Moho alarm. Let's aim at our maneuver node. Control from here. Why not? Make sure we're making a reasonable choice here. Let's control from here instead. It's the more reasonable control point. And let's see, our next Kerbin to Moho window is in only 10 days, so we'll know pretty much immediately what we need to do. But let's go ahead and time warp down here. Ridiculously long burn. And I'm going to hit Z 10 seconds ahead of time because of the difference in everything. Let's go ahead and 4 times time warp. And I am not going to make you watch this. I don't even want to do it myself. So I'll be back when we're doing something. Maybe staging. Who knows? Okay, we are flying over the planet. I did stage, and I didn't show you it because I didn't feel like it. But we do have 1,300 meters per second, and we've got 26 in the tank. So we're going to have over $1,000 left in the tank. And that thinks that this is going to be on the top. So who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky. Probably not. But, you know, I'm going to just continue with that who knows, maybe we'll get lucky thing. Obviously, we have to keep burning down here until we get an orbit around the thing. Notice also we're using the relay already to get our whatever you call it, transmission back to Kerbin, which is pretty awesome. As soon as we close our orbit, I am going to stop this burn, and we're going to fix the rest of it at our next periapsis, or perhaps at our apoapsis, because once we close this orbit, we might not have a periapsis. It's taken so long. But things are going well. I mean, we're doing better than I thought we would. I don't know if I calculated wrong, or if the game's calculating wrong, or what. But we seem to have more meters per second than I thought we did, which is, I'm gonna say, a good thing. Although it kind of looks like, yeah, we'll still have over 1,000 when we're done with this burn. Mostly just waiting for the orbit to close, which will be in somewhere less than 200 meters per second from now. Gonna actually slow it down a bit because I wanna stop it as soon as it's ready, because obviously we are burning terribly inefficiently right now. The only reason we're continuing this burn is because we haven't actually stopped yet. But come on, give me an orbit. Moho is crazy. And also, the lander has more fuel than it might need, which is nice. Our periapsis is 12, which is probably not good. So we're going to add a maneuver here. Oh, wait, we're going to delete this maneuver first. And we're going to add a maneuver here to speed up just a little bit to get our periapsis. We definitely don't want it to be that high. Let's just make it like 50 or something. 40. And then look, our nuclear engine is just boiling away. So let's go ahead, and we have nothing to do until that happens. So let's go ahead and time warp to it. And I think we're probably gonna let this next Moho window pass without a restock mission. Even though I can pretty much guarantee you we're gonna need it. I think we're gonna let these guys sit on Moho for a while. It looks like we missed the Eve window, which is a little annoying because I've been waiting for it. But you know what? I don't care that much. Time warp is free. Okay. Periapsis over 40. Now let's go to that periapsis. And get us into a low orbit. Let's see what this is going to cost. Not too bad. 297. We'll still have about 1,000. Not bad. Okay, aim at that. Time warp to it. Eventually, there we go. Moho's Highlands. And rotate it around to get that solar panel in the sun, except for the shade of the leg there. And start the burn. Also make sure we're not burning this fuel here. Yeah, no, we are not. So yeah, any liquid fuel left in the lander, when it comes back up, we can transfer into here, which will just give us more Delta V. I don't know if it'll be necessary or enough. Either way is possible. Who knows? Obviously, we can speed up this burn here a little bit by time warping. And that should be good. Okay. Our orbit could be better, but I'm not that concerned. We are looking at... Yeah, and we've got a great connection to the relay, so there's really no reason not to just land as soon as possible. And that'll be probably next orbit. So, let's do this. Where are you guys? Are you guys in this ship, or are you in the... You're in here. So transfer into here. into here. There you go. Your turn. Transfer into here. You guys have plenty of fuel and stuff. Let's go ahead and hit F5 to mark this occasion. Let's decouple. I just remembered we don't have a solar, or what do you call it? Antenna on here. So go up and down, then go into inventory mode. Where's your antenna? Or did you not have any antenna? I think you don't have any antenna. That doesn't seem possible. Oh, you know what? You do have an antenna. Go ahead and board. I just remembered. We can open the doors on this thing. Somebody told me about the doors on this thing, and it makes like a total difference. There's an antenna in here, along with a reaction wheel, and on this side we got all the science, including the magnetometer. So we can leave this open and go with it like that. So yeah, this guy does have the antenna. When we come back, we're gonna have to put the antenna on this guy in order to maintain our everything. So we're gonna add a maneuver here to with trajectories on. Turn this way and slow down to fly right over the Moho. And I think that's about as good as you can get. So let's aim at that. Solar panels, of course, not in the sun, but that's just the way it works. We have 3,000 meters per second here. We do have... we should do this. F5 again. There we go. Now we have an engine. Let's go ahead and time warp to our maneuver node. Getting a bunch of gravity scans, which is nice, and crew reports. Leaving the mothership behind. Yeah, we got 39 days for the Sentinel mission. That's more important than the Eve window, really. And the next thing is a Joule window, so we might be sending a little robotic stuff to Joule in an upcoming episode. Okay. Don't see the space, our orbiter, so I think we're not going to crash into it. And perfect. So now, add a maneuver here to come to a stop. 883 meters per second should be doable. Let's mark it with an F5, as anytime I say something should be doable, we should do. It is a 1-minute burn, which is kind of long. Activate navigation at the Moho. We are coming straight at it, which is nice for a change. We don't need trajectories anymore, so let's go ahead and turn that off. Now this is looking like about when we should be starting the burn. Like it feels right, so I'm gonna do it here. There we go. And I'm gonna kill it, and we're just gonna watch as the target changes and our orbit changes. It says we're going to crash in 50 minutes. I'm going to tilt it up just a little bit. I can see the edge of the Moho right there. So I think we're going to be fine. I'm actually going to stop burning for a little bit. Maybe burn up a little instead of... I don't know where to land, but that edge right there, like the far side of it, looks pretty good. This near side looks a little dodgy. I can see my marker there. That might not be a bad place to land, to be honest. But I also wouldn't mind landing like right there, basically. It's a 17-second burn to stop. That is a neat little hole in the ground, for sure. Yeah, I'm basically changing my tilt so that I don't change where I'm landing very much. But still getting a slowdown going. I still don't understand the lighting engine of this game. Not sure what that is. I think that might be, these might be those rocks that we need, which would be convenient. We're impacting in 30 seconds. I think we're impacting less time than that. Okay, we should be fine now and land on the edge. Very nice. Very, very nice, guys. Moho's North Pole. Very cool. And we definitely want to check that out. But, first of all, scientist. Get out. And did we get the... No, we didn't. We have to fly up to this thing. There it is. Be careful not to fall in. Yeah, we're not going to do that. Okay, let's hit our T here. Let's go up and check out what this rock is. I don't see one closer. Also watch our EVA propellant because who knows what that's going to do. Of course, we're getting these funky movements. Oh, that's nice to have that landing marker still. Now, this might be something we need to scan with a robotic arm. That if we do end up with a restock mission necessary, we could. Yeah, this is like a volcanic ridge. I don't think we're going to be able to take a. I don't think we're going to be able to take a marking from here. You fell inside of it. Okay, let's see. Remove helmet? No. Take surface sample. Yeah, go ahead and plant a flag. Perfect. Perfect, I say. Yeah, one, cancel. Okay, and then pick up this flag because we don't want it. Okay, so you don't get the option to do the flag, but you can take a surface sample, which we already have in you, so that doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and get you back to the ship, because these things aren't what we want. And they're kind of scattered around. There is something over there. Turn your lights on. Let's just check it out. It might be ground scatter, but it might also be a rock. Which we have a contract I picked up to pick up a rock off of Moho. So if this happens to be it, oh, you are gonna ragdoll forever. You almost recovered, This is potentially disastrous, I'm gonna say. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Yeah, you cannot save yourself. We're gonna have to get you back in the ship. Okay, inopportune time there to do a stealth edit, but hey, needs must. Come on, please, please, please let me save my Kerbal. No. Let's look at the ship targeted. We are getting close. My concern, of course, is that we might fall into the mole hole. And I don't think Ogin here, Ogin, has the RCS fuel to get himself out. But he looks like he has finally come to an inglorious rest. And he's fine. Okay. Whew. Let's get back to the ship. Yeah, Moho is interesting because it feels like Moon. It looks like Moon, but it's so much heavier. You're so much bigger on it than you are on Moon that it's easy to accidentally miscalculate. Actually, you know what? Go ahead and get up on top of the ship because we are going to undock this. And if it doesn't fall on its own, which it looks like it will, we would want you to do that. Let's see if you can. You were able to. That was pretty cool. That was fairly badass. Go ahead and board anyway. Let's check out the area here. Let's see if we can find a rock. You found this rock, but obviously it was fairly difficult to get to. Is there an easier rock to get to? We've got these fissures everywhere. But it's convenient that they're near the mohole. But I don't see any more rocks. And I do have scatter on, so any rocks I do see might be just regular scatter. So I might try one more time going for that rock on the cliff face up here, wherever it is. It's up here somewhere. Yeah, let's try it. Let's try it. We're wasting time. And yeah, it should be Ogin. So go ahead and hop out. Ogin, by the way, has a star. You might have noticed. There's a specific reason for that. When I hire a new Kerbal by cheating, I am giving myself permission to give them as one less than the total number of stars of whoever is the highest number of stars of that class. Kind of the idea that we're able to train these people based on what we've learned from the other Kerbals that we have out in the Space Corps. That sort of gets around the idea that if I keep hiring new Kerbals, I'm never actually getting anybody with any skills because we're constantly using people with a skill of 0. The practical upshoot of that is that not only do I get free Kerbals, but they always have some abilities, which is nice. I don't know where this rock is. Obviously, it's not that. It's around here somewhere. If all else fails, I will just land on top of the thing here. And hopefully be able to find it from there. I know it wasn't on the top, but I don't know where else to look. It was around here somewhere. There we go. That should be a nice place to land. And survey your surroundings. Hey, you landed without crashing. Okay. So, where is this rock? You can't find it from where you are. There's another fissure over there. Those fissures are everywhere. I'm trying to use the inherent problems in the lighting engine to find it, but I'm not seeing it. Let's try something here. Let's take the camera away. Oh, there it is. There's the rock. Okay, so it's down the slope and kind of to the left. Okay. It's kind of that way. Ish. Probably be easier to find if I didn't have this huge target. But the huge target is kind of the only thing that's keeping me alive right now. So I'm totally cool with it causing problems of other kinds. There it is. There it is. I see it. Right there. Okay, let's see if we can land now. Without ragdolling. We got home with one... Okay, there we go. Okay, you did it. Okay. Whew. Turn off your RCS jets, because I don't want you to, like, try to use them. Slowly make your way over to this rock. Take surface sample. Aha. Wait, there's something else on here. Pick up Moho stone. Can you do it while you're not standing on it? That's the question. Because we all saw what happened on Minmus. You cannot. Okay, well, here we go. Maybe you can get at it from below. Let's try getting at it from below. There we go. Pick up Moho stone. You can do this while you're not standing on it, and hopefully that'll mean good things. 180 science. Okay, that is good. F5. Let's get back to the ship. So the good news is it is a Moho stone, and it's not supposed to be on the poles, according to Kerbal Central Command. So that means that we found it when we weren't expecting to find one, which is good. $58 meters per second. Or sorry, 52, not meters per second, units of fuel. And we got to use a lot of it to slow down here. Impact in 5 seconds. That is maintaining, which is good. Impact in 4 seconds. We are down to 0.1 fuel. His fuel is out, and ragdoll. Okay, we should be fine. We should be fine. We are fine. Is that... Oh my god, is that one of those stones? That is totally one of the stones. My question is, can we get 2 of them? Are we allowed to take 2 of them? I don't even know. It was just sitting right here. This is totally one of those stones. Pick up Moho stone. Review stored data, Moho stone, surface sample, EVA report, Moho stone. We have 2 of them, so apparently they count. So I guess it's worth it. Let's assume that they count. I really don't know if they count or not. I'm hoping they do. He's carrying 2 of them, which implies that we can store 2 of them in the ship. If we can't, I'm going to be a little sad, but it's just the way it's going to be because we don't have any other way to store data. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to inventory. Going to take this out of you, swap it for you, and put it into you. And now you have a full jetpack. Come on, give me... Okay. Board anyway, dump experiments. Moho stone analysis added, but I think we only got 1 of them. I'm not going to care. We have 39 science. Okay. Now, it's time to get back into our station, which is right here. So we're going to set this as our target. We are going to wait for it to get kind of overhead. And you know what? I just realized this episode's probably super long. So I'm going to stop here. We're going to get back into orbit. We're going to get back connected to the ship. We are, we do have the Moho window in 4 days, so we'll be able to know whether or not we need a refueling mission before then. But we're going to find that all out next time. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I definitely enjoyed playing it. This was fun. I liked the Moho. I liked the experience of doing that thing. If you like this, though, please like the video on YouTube, and if you want to see more, please subscribe. Both of those things help me a lot. I'm Superfluous J, though, and I will, as always, talk at you later.